What is going on, everybody? I'm Jabby Kuwait, joined by Char Kirk.
What's up?
And we've got Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, the official trailer here. What did I read it wrong?
It's just the way you read it. It's like the stress. It's Super Bowl Sunday. There are so many trains. Kingdom.
I was just making sure I got it right. I'm so nervous. Okay, so you guys make sure you hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications. Pretty please vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. And let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite Planet of the Apes film? If you could be so kind, we'd love to know. All right, let's jump into this. Here we go.
All right.
It's like he's cheering for the trailer.
Are you familiar with the concept of evolution? In their time, humans were capable of many great things. They could fly like eagles fly. They could speak across oceans. But now it is our time.
This is
And
wild.
it is my kingdom. We will learn. Apes will learn. I will learn. And I will conquer.
Whoa.
Legend says ape and human lived side by side. Impossible as that may seem.
Why do they hunt her?
She's smarter than most.
The elders did not tell us everything about this world.
Nope.
Bend for your king.
Apes hunt humans. That is wrong.
Wow.
Oh.
I got goosebumps.
Together, you will die.
No, together, strong.
Oh, I like the little touch on the logo there. So this is exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of Planet of the Apes, but I have a little thing I'm wondering about. Okay,
Tell me.
No one come at me in the comments. It's just a question. So humans are out in the wild like animals, yeah?
Yes. Yes.
And it's just interesting to me that predominantly all of them have been casted as pale-skinned white people. You know what I'm
Oh, I
saying?
hadn't even thought about that. Yeah.
And I'm like, if you're out in the sun, you're gonna tan. Like, you're gonna be dark or gonna be red. you're gonna have the look of someone who's been out in the sun. And she's just pale white. I'm like, how is that possible? And I'm just trying to ignore that information in my head and just enjoy the teaser for what it is, because it's still exciting, you know? I mean, what you have at the heart of it is a character who's realizing the atrocities of the situation and is doing something about it and is essentially turning against his own kind to protect these species that is considered lesser than.
I know. It's interesting because, you know, and I guess this is the whole point of the franchise, is like it's normally the other way around, where we are the ones that are more evolved, and it's like
Yeah.
we have to protect the animals because they're too dumb to protect themselves or something, you know.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the notion here. Or it's like they have rights too, we have to take care of them. And
Yeah.
and I feel like in a way it just kind of helps us to observe ourselves and our own patterns and our own behaviors, and maybe kind of think about that more deeply. Or not. I mean, you can get whatever mileage that you can or you want out of it, but that is something that was crossing my mind as I was watching it.
I think that's just sort of baked in as par for the course with any Planet of the Apes film.
Exactly.
You know, that's sort of
Yeah.
like what you're signing up for. But I think that that's just like the foundation of it, right?
Yeah.
And what you're getting here is an exciting adventure. You just need something to build off of that you can get behind, you know?
I'm not going to lie, I kind of miss Caesar.
I get it. That makes sense. You
I
know,
don't
but like,
I was like, oh man, this looks cool and all. I'm
Yeah.
like, Caesar.
well, with the continuing build off of franchises that we know, you know, because that's sort of the trend right now, just to
Yeah.
like have a more guaranteed opportunity at success, as opposed to something completely fresh. You freshen up the familiar, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And I guess that's like, it's, you know, Andy Serkis has done what he's done with the franchise.
And he was amazing.
Yeah.
He is amazing. And he's contributed so much
Yeah.
to this, you know?
Yeah.
So,
So I think it's cool where they're taking it. I actually am, even though I do like Caesar,
Yeah.
you know, I like what he did. I do like that they are giving us a new cast of characters, because one of my long running complaints with something like the Terminator franchise is that we got stuck on the Connor family, and it was constantly going back to Sarah Connor and John Connor. In Star Wars, we kept getting stuck on the Skywalker family, and it's like, there are so many stories to tell. Why are we still in this path right here? And so with this, I'm quite excited. I'm sure they'll find ways to connect it, you know?
well, yeah. And also, you know, presumably, or maybe obviously, it's taking place a lot further in the future, right? Because like, I'm just like, how do we get there where the humans have kind of regressed to this really primal state? Like, how many generations do we have to go of the apes taking over and the apes being more intelligent and the apes having more technology until we turn into these things that they look at and they go, can you believe that they used to fly in the sky like eagles? Like, that's
Honestly, it doesn't take a
Bizarre.
whole lot for us to get there, and that's the scary part. It's
Probably,
like, it's a thin
yeah.
thread between us right now and that.
it's like, oh, it
Yeah.
literally was like 3 generations.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I mean, Joe Rogan has this stand-up special he did a long time ago. I forgot the name of it, but he illustrated it quite well, where he's like, what do you do when a blackout happens? I know what I do. I sit and I wait. And I just assume someone's on top of it. And it's like, what if that happened and it just never came back? Like, what do you do? It's not that long before we're back in the caves again.
The Walking
You know,
Dead,
before
yeah.
we're back with fires, and like, we'll have our weapons and whatnot. But if all the smart people have died,
Yeah, like what do you do? How do you continue creating technology or maintaining the technology if you don't
Exactly.
even know how to make it in
Yeah.
the first place? Like, yeah, that's an interesting question.
yeah, I had a blackout here once, and I was just waiting, and I'm like, I got nothing. I got candles. I don't have a power generator. I got some backup power, but that lasted me maybe 2 hours of lights. And so it's like, it feels like it's not that far from us, and that's the frightening thing, you know, just to drive that point home. I think that the effects they feel about the same that they've been ever since the Third Planet of the Apes, a film that came out recently.
Yeah, I mean, because I was thinking about it and I was like, do I feel impressed by it? Like, I don't feel like, whoa, this is so impressive, but it's also not bad. You know, like, it's really good. I think we've come this far with effects that it's like we're kind of taking it for granted. You know what I mean?
I mean, the iPhone 1 is still an amazing piece of technology, but by today's standards, it's like, meh. You know what
Right.
I mean?
this isn't meh at all. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want anyone to misunderstand me. I'm just
You're
like,
basically saying it's garbage.
no. I'm just like, I wasn't floored, but then when I think about it, I'm like, that's just because we've come so far that
Yeah.
we come to expect this type of look as a bare minimum. And like, we really shouldn't, because like a lot of people worked really, really hard to get it to look like this. You know what I mean?
I don't think those ideas are mutually exclusive. I think that we should expect it, and we should also still appreciate it. You know what I mean? As like, we should totally expect this to be especially coming off of the Third Planet of the Apes film in recent memory. Like, this is the bare minimum of what it should be, yes, but we should still appreciate like the effort that goes into it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean, all of the characters, you know, there's so much life in their eyes and all
Absolutely,
of that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's looking really great.
You guys, thanks so much for hanging with us. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Let us know your feelings in the comments below. I'm Jabby Kouay. This is
Achara Kirk.
Peace out.